Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I'm in a new room. Last night we had our meditation group in this room, and I really like it. It's we have a walkout. Anyway, it's in the walkout. So I'm gonna chat a little bit this morning before I do my reading about this. Well, I'll tell you the story first. I had a friend call me today. He's a friend he's in a treatment center, and he said, "Can you help me? I'm having trouble understanding God." It's so honest, you know. It's beautiful. I'm having trouble understanding God, and so you know, actually I was out driving in my car, and I said, "Sure, we can, you know, go into that subject. How much time do you have?" He didn't have very much time. He literally had about 10 minutes, but he was, really struggling with this idea. And so, and I suspect that many of us do. We were brought up with an idea or concepts of God. We were brought up with stories of God, and we were brought up with, ideas or of God that we needed to believe in. And believing in something is not the same as knowing something. And so my friend, who's a very intelligent man, recognized that all the concepts of God didn't hold water. They weren't deep enough for him, and for many of us, they're not. When we contemplate this idea of God, they're not deep enough. They're concepts, they're ideas, and so we banged around really quickly and looked at a bunch of different concepts. God the Father, God the infinite intelligence, universal intelligence, God. In the 12-step program, we talk about a number of different concepts, and the director, employer, and he knows that I like actually the employer one. I think it suits my that part of me that is undisciplined and needs a boss. And so I for convenience sometimes I can operate with God the employer as a concept, and but that isn't deep enough, and he gets that that's not deep enough for him, and he can poke holes in that, and he wants a relationship with a higher power or with God that has depth. And if you're in or familiar with the 12-step program, there's a chapter in the big book called Reagnostics, and it's chapter 4, Reagnostics, and 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 it talks about Bill, who wrote this chapter. He said that he talks about God, and he said that the tremendous fact was that God either is or he isn't, and so my buddy's on the phone. I said, do you believe that there is a God? And he said, yes, I do, but I want to understand him. And I said, well, that's all of us would like that, but that's not the way it is. And here's why. Bill said, God either is or he isn't. Either he's everything or he's nothing. And everything is beyond understanding. Everything is, okay, all right. Either everything or nothing. There's somewhere in that stepping into everything where we have to let go of the intellect, where we have to let go of understanding, because everything is beyond understanding. Everything is like, what's everything? Everything is everything. What do you mean? Well, everything. Look around. God either is or he isn't. Either he's everything or he's nothing. And that, what's your choice to be? Bill had a closing question. What's your choice to be? It's beautifully done. Beautifully done. And so, and another piece that he wrote, I just, in Reagnostics, beautiful chapter, because many of us had gotten to this point where our Sunday school idea didn't suit anymore. It couldn't carry us, and so we were, looking for a relationship, something that was more personal, and not maybe based in a religiousness, or not that there's anything wrong with the religions. As you go deep into them, they get to this. But most of us haven't gone that deep. And so, but for the alcoholic whose survival, is a belief in a reliance on a power greater than ourselves, we're in a bit of a rush. We have to get this, for the addict, for the alcoholic, for those of us that are recognize that we're, addicted to our minds even, and we have to get this, or else we're always in struggle. We're always living in the past. We're always, in fear of the future. We're basically living selfishly and self-centeredly. So we have to get this. But I love what when Bill talks about on page 55 in the book, he says, actually, we were fooling ourselves, for deep down in every man, woman, and child, there's a fundamental idea of God. May be obscured by calamity, by pomp, by worship of other things, but in some form or other, it is there. Our faith in a power greater than ourselves, and the miraculous demonstrations of that power in human life, are facts as old as man himself. Beautiful, eh? We finally saw that faith in some kind of God was a part of our makeup, just as much as the feeling we have for a friend. Sometimes we had to search fearlessly, but he was there. He was as much a fact as we were. We found the great reality deep down within us. In the last analysis, it was only there that he may be found. It was so with us. We can only clear the ground a bit, he said. If our testimony helps sweep away prejudice, enables you to think honestly, encourages you to search diligently within yourself, then, if you wish, you can join us on the broad highway. With this attitude, you cannot fail. The consciousness of your belief is sure to come to you. So, Bill, in this book, the big book, it's beautiful. Really nails it. He really nails it. So that's the deal. Many of us, recognize that belief in something greater than ourselves is necessary. And so a lot of what I've been sharing with people is, where do we meet that something, that isness, thatness, that oneness? We meet it in the moment, so part of the coming to the moment is coming to the awareness that we've been addicted to our story. We're addicted to our sore back. We're addicted to our poverty. We're addicted to our story, and we can experience all of that and still have freedom without attachment. So Recognize that story generally isn't in the moment. When we're really here, there's not much to say. It's pretty quiet in the moment. And everything is here. Nothing is missing. Absolutely nothing is missing in this moment. It's all here. And this experience of the oneness, of thatness, of everything is here. Everything that is, was, or ever will be is here now. So be here. Practice being here. Practice being in our breath, feeling this moment. Practice being in our feet, feeling this moment. Practice through meditation, being here now. And, you know, my prayer often is just, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done. You know, guide me and strengthen me. Show me how I best serve thee, you know. Because when we're helping others, when we're guiding or working with others, we're present. We're there, you know. So that's just a little bit of a, you know, look at the possibility that, you know, when we're in complaint, when we're in judgment, when we're in fear, we're not here. We're somewhere in the past or the future. So I encourage you to focus, you know, on this moment. Yeah, I have another book that I'm thinking of reading. You guys tell me what you think. I last year I read a couple of books online. I read The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle's book online. It was, you know, I enjoyed that. I read also Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins, which was a beautiful book to read online. And this one, if I was going to read it, I would ask you guys to get this book, to buy it, and go through it with me. But I'm thinking maybe sometime in early October I would start. If a few of you have the book and we could just read it together, and it might take 4 or 5 weeks to read this book together. And the book is this one here. It's called the Bhagavad Gita. So I would encourage you to get a copy. I might put the link on here. Get a copy. The Bhagavad Gita, it was a translation by Stephen Mitchell. I'm thinking that I might read this. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, and it really, over and over and over again, brings us into this experience of oneness in the moment. A very high vibrating book. Hawkins said it vibrates at over 900. Some of you who know about Hawkins' scale would be, you know, blown away by that. But yeah, I was just thinking that sometimes it's easier to read a book together, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, hang on. I am just looking for my... oh, there it is. It's on the floor. Hang on a second. There we go. This is the book, funny, that I read every day. What is the date today? It is the 15th, September 15th, you guys. And it's the 24-hour day book. And September 15th. This little book was written in 1954. And in the early days of the 12-step program, the early days of Alcoholics Anonymous, this was written for the membership. It's a beautiful little book, and I started to read this online, I think the 1st of May, and there's been some great gems in this one, really. I'm so going to read it right now. September 15th, thought for the day. Starts out with, we all realize that we know only a little. God will constantly disclose more to all of us in each moment, yes. Ask him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man who is still sick, or the woman, for, you know, to give back. ask him. Or, it's funny because we have no way of speaking about God unless we use concepts like him or her or it. It's very hard to discuss. But ask him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man or woman who is still sick. The answers will come if your own house is in order. See to it that your relationship with God is right, and great events will come to pass for you and countless others. Give freely of what you find in the 12 steps in AA, but obviously you cannot transmit something which you haven't got. So make a life study of the relationship with God, or of AA. Make a life study of AA. Beautifully done. What happens is that, the alcoholic and the addict is generally very selfish. We are. We're self-centered. Everything's about us. What about me? We come in the room. It's all about us. And what happens in this 12-step world is we start to see how we can be in service to others, how we can give this away. It's beautiful. And this is what I just read is actually out of the big book. Okay, it says, am I always looking for ways of presenting the AA program? Am I always looking for ways of helping others? Meditation for the day. In quietness and confidence shall be your strength. In quietness and confidence shall be your strength. Confidence means to have faith in something. Confidence means to have faith in something. You could not live without confidence in others. We could not live without confidence in others. When we have confidence in God's grace, we can face whatever comes. When you have confidence in God's love, you can be serene and at peace. You can rest in the faith that God will take care of you. Try to rest. I don't know why he always uses that word try. I'm just going to say, instead of try, I'm going to say, rest in God's presence until his life power flows through you. Yes. Be still. And in that stillness, the still, small voice will come. It speaks in quietness to the human mind that is attuned to its influence. So yeah, prayer and meditation, baby. Be still, quiet. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may find strength today in quietness. I pray that I may be content today, that God will take care of me. Beautiful. Okay. That's kind of it for today. Thanks you guys for dropping in and listening to, what do you think of that? If I were to read that Bhagavad Gita, Stephen Mitchell's copy, so you can go on Amazon and order it. Stephen Mitchell. You could probably buy it at Chapters and places like that too, but beautiful book. We could do it together. So let me know what your thoughts are about that. That's it. Love you guys. And hi, Jilly. Hi, honey. Thanks for popping by. Just finished. Just wrapping up. Okay. Remember that nothing is missing. It's all here now. Right now. Be here now. Breath will bring us into the moment. Meditation brings us into the moment. Prayer brings us into the moment. Yes. Okay. Love you. Follow us on YouTube. Okay. Bye.